If you ask why I'm playing Deus Ex with no weapons, well, it's because my inventory is full of beer. You can even beat the game this way, which is surprising, but it's light work for the godfather of immersive sim. It's an even better stealth game than most stealth games are. And besides, I think that Deus Ex Human Revolution is the greatest game of all time, but I also have a weird taste. I'm a big proponent of judging games based on their trailers, and not specifically by what the trailers show, but rather how fired the trailers look. Because to make a fired trailer, you have to have swag. And if that somebody that has swag also ends up working in game dev, they can easily carry their talents over. Fire trailers usually followed by fire games, even though the trailer itself may not show any gameplay footage at all. Take for example trailer for Hitman. It doesn't show any gameplay footage, but it does put heavy emphasis on style. But here we have a trailer for Mind's Eye that shows a lot of gameplay but has no style. Bad trailer followed by an even worse game. Okay, the schizo thoughts aside, how does Deus Ex Human Revolution compare? Yes, it's a blowout. This trailer has the same effect as the Hitman 2016. It immerses us into the atmosphere of the world. It is true that the graphics are not even close to the gameplay graphics, and some people might be disappointed in that. But if the gameplay graphics were the same as the trailer graphics, then during the trailer, we would be just seeing another cutscene and not the trailer itself. Transitioning into the game, we hear a soundtrack that is so masterfully crafted that it makes you want to sit through the logos of companies that made this game. And while you're contemplating in the main menu, I should let you know that this soundtrack was written in the key of G minor, which invoked the feelings of sadness and contemplation. It's honestly a miracle that nobody in the rap game samples this. But don't worry, because I did. It is written in 101 beats per minute. An average adult heart rate is anywhere between 60 to 100, so this creates an illusion as if tensions are rising, which indeed they are. You can tell by the main cover for this game that Jensen's problems just keep accumulating. And just like I mentioned during the breakdown of the trailer, this swag carries over into gameplay. It starts off quiet, but then the tensions rise. One way to keep this tension up through the entirety of Deus Ex Human Revolution, we're given a story of Jensen falling into a rabbit hole rather than simply completing some sort of a mission. One other way to keep this tension up is with a right mouse click. Even before 2011, it was well established that the right mouse click is responsible for aiming down sight. When you aim down sight, you pay more attention, which creates tension. In Deus Ex Human Revolution, the right mouse button is responsible for putting you into cover, which, if you're still with me, is backwards from the usual cover system that are present in other games, which make you feel safer. Deus Ex Human Revolution makes you feel tenser in cover. And it also shouldn't come as a surprise that when you pull up the upgrade menu, you hear a distinct heartbeat. Heartbeat in 60 beats per minute. which acts as a calm to the outside tension. But why would you want to make a player feel tenser in cover? Because Deus Ex is an immersive sim, and I'll say it here for all to hear that a quality of an immersive sim is the freedom of being able to complete the game without having to kill anyone or even touch them. This what makes Deus Ex Human Revolution a true immersive sim, because other immersive sims break that rule, and in some spaces you could complete the game without having to kill anyone, but you would have to deal with them in some sort of way. So why is creating tension with a mouse click important? Well, it's because here we're trying to accomplish a different type of goal. We're not trying to hit a headshot on anybody specifically, but what we're trying to do is to avoid enemies. This is a stealth game done right, and they did this not by introducing some new game tech, but by changing the controls, which changed the relationship of a player to their product. I noticed that a lot of stealth games don't feel much like stealth games after a period of time, but Deus Ex still feels like a stealth game should. It did what all these game dev companies are trying to accomplish till this day.